Hello, everyone. We are live. My name is Thomas Sawyer with ThomasSawyer.com, and we have the wonderful.
Sheri Collins.
And what is your website, dear?
www.sheri-collins.com.
Okay. And if you guys would like to donate, I'm going to put a link in soon, and we are going to share out. So just give us a few minutes, and I'm going to put up something for everyone to watch. Thank you, everybody. Be right back. Hello, everyone. We are back. I'm Thomas Sawyer with ThomasSawyer.com, and we have the wonderful Sheri Collins with us. And we are waiting on donations. It is linked in the bio, $35 donations for divine readings and healings. So anything you want to say about yourself, dear?
Thanks for having me. This is fun. Yeah, for those of you who follow Thomas and not myself, I'm a psychic medium. I do psychic surgery and am a medical intuitive. I stepped into this about 3.5 years ago and have loved every minute of it since. I love all the things that come in and the channel, and it's just fun to share what we can do with others. So thank you so much for wanting to step in and do this and explore what comes forward.
Yeah, let's go. We haven't had any donations come in. I don't know if we just want to start with anybody who's watching before we get one. And yeah, if there's anyone watching the feed, let us know, and we will start with a free reading to get everything going. And it's $35 donation for those that are watching. Sheri, did you share from Thomas Sawyer Communicator or from my profile? I'm not sure.
I shared from your page.
Okay.
From Thomas Sawyer. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so we got that going. Okay, hello everyone. So if anyone would like to start off with a free reading, this will be a $35 donation. Let us know. And it looks like we have Selena D. Cochran as the first one coming into the feed as people start to come into the feed. So if you want to start out first, dear, you go for it.
Yeah. So for you, the first thing that's showing up for me is that there's a block in your communication, more likely the back of your throat as opposed to the front of your throat. They're also showing me that it affects the pressure in the head. A lot of the frontal lobe is clouded, almost like you can't make heads or tails of things and can't find the right words to express the way that you feel. There is also a male who steps forward in your current life who likes to block things in and around you that come forward. He's the culprit to most of the stuff that isn't in alignment for you. And I feel like you've been struggling with this for a while. I want to say 6 to 8 months. And it's almost, I can just feel like you always shake your head, like trying to get clarity and shake off those things. This gentleman is a pain in your ass, I'm sorry to say, but it's almost like he disrupts your energy of everything. And it's almost like you allow it, but you don't know. You don't want to be rude in your communication. You don't want to be too direct with this person because I feel like he'll have a tantrum and become a 5-year-old child and walk away. So it's almost like becoming really conscious of your words and how to express to people without coming off harsh or negative, I think for you is a key component to a lot of your ascension journey right now, is just being mindful of what you say. And once you're able to communicate that to that person, I feel like he'll take a step back and allow you to open up that and stop like screwing with your third eye. I'm actually just going to go in there and bust up some calcium that's in there as well. You're also in the midst of a kundalini, your second kundalini as well. So it feels like it's blocked at the back of your neck, trying to come up, which would alleviate that third eye as well. So we'll just bring that in and bring it up. It's relating back to Egypt. I see you around Isis. You know how to do magic ceremonies. You were on a ceremony floor with Isis. I see her behind the altar, and I see you in front of the altar. So she's saying you have to allow this energy to flow up through your kundalini, or else it'll always block you in what your gifts are forward. So I'll just do that in the past life as well. There you go. That's open now.
Okay, Selena. So I'm kind of piggybacking. So number one, I'm getting that you need to choose where you need to go next. There's an imbalance. They're saying it's in the heart chakra. It's also I need to do an angelic wing activation, and there is the knowledge of Atlantis that's coming through the Akashic records. I need to tap you into that. So give me a second, dear. Okay, thank you. No, Michael, I'm not channeling you. And now, Arasha Kika Fura Shila Shilash Rum. Tap me into the Akashic records, bring in the energy, spin. Open up field, thank you, and move in. And call in my angels, Raphael, Metatron, Uriel, Sandalphon, Michael, and connect. Angelic surgeons step in, connect. Okay. And bring in the Lions of Judea now. Give me a second, though, dear. I'm seeing a book over and over again. Oh, they're saying. So what Sheri said, you said second Kundalini awakening?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting something about when this happens, you're going to be starting to write a book of some sort. There's something that needs to be said, that you have the, I'm just going to channel this. You have the specific vibration to bring out this knowledge. This is not going to be at this point in time. I'm hearing about 6 months to 3 years, but you're going to start tapping into a higher vibrational frequency and start channeling. If you're not channeling already, I think you're already channeling, dear, but when you consciously realize that you can channel and you start channeling that information, you need to be writing it, they're saying, onto paper. Writing that information onto paper, which is going to bring expansion of your understanding to a higher level, and the vibration will go out. They're saying Sheri has something to add to this.
Yeah, you can ask them to show you your book. Channel and Archangel Michael will bring you your book. You can ask him to read it to you or see it, and it's all written in there already. You can you're going to learn to decipher light codes and light language, and they'll channel it to you that way. Also pay attention to what other people say in foreign languages, because it actually is light language. We just all think it's some special, Chinese is over there. We can still decipher it into that dialect that you need to write the book. You can write the book in light code if you want, and it'll translate to you in the proper language that you need.
Okay.
But it's all in your book. I can see your book. It's like this, like it's leather bound, and it's got a tie on the front. It's got a tree of life on the front, and it lights up in blue. When you touch it, it lights up in blue, and then you can open it and read it.
Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, thank you, Selena, for being here. Next up, we have Soul Treats, which would be Michelle Klassen. I'm just going to grab my water since it's over here.
Hey, Michelle.
And here we go. And guys, it is $35, divine readings and healings. Obviously, we're doing a lot more than that. And I thought it was Tuesday, but we're here. So let's rock and roll. Okay. You want to start off? Go ahead, dear.
Yeah, I just talked to Michelle the other day. So I'm also hearing for you, Michelle, to be patient, but take those action steps, because they're meant for you. It just depends on how fast you want it all to come in and come together as a set. They're saying a set program. So there's something in there that creates two separate programs for you. And I see it written in gold. So it's already there. You just have to trust that this is what you're meant to do. And they're just saying you can try it, and you can say, I don't like it. And you can switch it. It's still going to be there. There's no way you can move out of it until you've actually done it and implemented it. I'm also hearing you've got a new guide that's going to come in to lead you. Sofer Malice. Sofer Malice is his name. Bring him in. He'll show you he'll show you the operating procedure, because I feel like you like things in a certain way, in a certain order. Bring him in. He'll show you what you need. You're also going to go through an activation, not the Kundalini. You already had that, but you're going to go through an activation in October. So it's like whatever they're doing right now, it's to gear you up towards that. I wouldn't be surprised if you feel something in the back of your neck. I already feel it now, but it's like it has to release yet to open and awaken those certain attributes and traits that you'll use in this next step. And I also feel like in the next 5 years, none of this for you will exist. You'll be onto something completely different. So right now, I think this is just a creative process for you to lead you into that. And I don't even think you'll be where you live now. It almost feels like you're going to be over towards like Machu Picchu. And not in Canada whatsoever. So I feel like that's a big transition that's going to come for you. And it's like spur of the moment. But it's like they're gearing you up to everything now to do that. And it's all around activations.
Then let's activate. Okay. We're just going to go with ET races. Bring in the Arcturians, Palladians, Minotaur, Elderon, another universe. Bring them in. And reconfigure field. Heart chakra. Open, release, recalibrate light. Bring in the codes of the Elohim and the codes of Sandalphon, as well as, and remove that. Michael, step in, thank you. Light, and bring in energy, and bring in the next step in the process now. Okay. Just saying, focus on the higher path. I mean, the cards are saying exactly what she already said. So, number one, come to life. You're painting yourself back. Number two, what you're going to do is going to be much like me. It's going to be fucking against the grain, because the whole fucking world needs to change spiritually, and it's about time for this shit to happen. And number three, focus on the light. Where some of us have to focus more on both sides of the spectrum, but you have to focus on the light, they're saying, more so than the light and the dark, because that will lead you into a higher alignment vibrationally. And also, they're going to say it again for the fifth time, get near water over and over again. It's going to bring in a emotional awakening. And they're also mentioning the 27-year-old now. His age has changed. So when you're ready, he'll appear. I don't know what he's going to do, but I think we've already talked about this in depth. Anyways, so thank you, Michelle.
It has something to do with rebirth. Yeah. I feel like she's going to do baptismal for herself, first and foremost.
Yeah. And guys, we're still taking donations. It's $35. So obviously, and we got more people coming in. So we still have plenty of openings. So next up, we have Robert Becker.
Hey. So for you, I'm getting to go into the Akashic. You've got a lot of unanswered. Okay, so unanswered prayers is one of them, but there's a lot of unanswered things in your life that have never come to pass to give you those answers. It's like everything's been left open. Everything's been left unsaid. Some of this has to do with your mom. Your mom wasn't supposed to be your mom in this life. It's like you chose her at the last minute. So I feel like you have a connection to your mom, but I don't feel it's one of substance. I feel like it's forced or tried too hard. But I feel like that's going to be rectified. But they want me to shift in your cash. 1649. You were left on a doorstep of some older lady. This is her in this lifetime. She offered to take you in every lifetime that somebody abandoned you. So for you, it's healing the story. It's healing the unanswered prayers that you've asked so many times for, whether you're conscious or not consciously aware of it. This also has to do with your guardian angel that sits around you, who monitors everything you do. So don't be bad, because he's showing me. He's kind of funny too, but they're just showing me that what you agreed to with this lady is worth more than any amount of money you will ever receive in this lifetime. So create the healing that you need around some of this stuff in your own life, to just have that 100% unconditional love for this lady who raised you, as opposed to, I need to love her unconditionally. And, she's I have to make it seem like everything is in alignment. It doesn't have to be. Just know that she laid down a lot just to sacrifice to be your mom. And I feel like that changes. Like, I can feel it in your body system. It's like there's a weakness to you. And it's like me telling you this allows your body to start to heal that and become stronger. She'll always be your mom every lifetime. It doesn't matter what you choose. She chose to surrender her life for yours. So I'm just going to go in. I can't heal that contract. It's there for a reason, but I can heal in that past life where you were left. There. It just healed that open wound. Feels good now.
Okay. This all has to do with the divine feminine. Your throat chakra's closing up, Robert. Okay, open. Release, recalibrate light. Elderon, step in. Thank you. Okay. Need energy from another universe. Okay. Number one, these cards are all women, dude. They're all women. They're saying over and over, dear, I'm saying dear because they want you to integrate the divine feminine energy that's coming into your field. They want you to understand, as this fucking dog's out here howling. They want you to integrate the divine feminine energy. It's because you're being too hard on yourself. You're being too hard on yourself and what's around you. But when you do this literally, those dogs are going insane. Okay. Anyways, so number 2 is inner trust, Bob. So Robert, Bob, whatever, and it's trusting that you can break open into that energy that's going to further develop you into a higher state of understanding your heart and understanding your emotions. As men, we have a tendency sometimes to close down emotionally and not operate from a place of emotion, but operate from a place of power. And they want you to kind of look at it more from an emotional standpoint. There is a place for the power, I'm hearing. There's also a place for the emotion. But this is of the utmost importance, is moving into the energy of the divine feminine. Because when you do that, this is what's available. All of these energies. It's literally unlocking like a treasure chest, like Pandora's box, but not in a negative way. You're unlocking all these potential realities and outcomes and energies that are at your disposal, which will further tap you in with your shamanic lifetimes. I could go through the dates, but I'm not going to do that. You're going to feel this, Robert. So tap me into Angelic Realm 4352, Andromeda 7389, and Palladian 3345, as well as Elohim 4532. Thank you, and connect with me. And now. Our Shadi Shakakafu Shala Shila Skawashi La. Now. Okay. So, guys, we still have openings available. Paige, if you did pay, I'm not sure because it's not showing up on PayPal, but I will refresh it all the same. Next up, we have Carrie Todd.
You carry a lot of stress of everybody else's opinion of you. You carry a lot of what other people think about you. You hold on to emotions, you hold on to energy, circumstances, situations. And you also got a grandmother who stands there behind you, tries to take all this shit off of you. And it's like, you just keep bringing it back. You don't have to punish yourself, she's saying. You feel guilty. You feel guilty around a lot of things that have transpired in the last 8 months. And it's like you can't shake it off. You've got arrows and knives sitting in your back. A lot of people have wounded you, and you don't know how to process it, but you don't know how to give it back to them either. Oh, interesting. You were actually in a lifetime with one of my guides. So his name is Jericho. He does mental emotional healing. So he's going to do it with you now, but he's going to create some alchemy out of these arrows that you've allowed too many people to stab you with. And we're going to create some alchemy, and we'll do a protection necklace so that no one else can stab you. It won't allow it through that the force field of energy. But it's time for you to rise into your own. It's almost like a warrior-like state, but you're not a warrior. Like, we've got to remove those archetypes from ourselves because we don't need them anymore. But it's almost like you need to become the awareness of strength. for yourself, what you're going to allow in, what you're going to allow to stay away from you, and stop letting other people wound you. You don't need to have that anymore. You're strong. You need to realize how strong you are. And those people who wounded you in the past, it's okay to say, I forgive you, and move past that. Even this grandmother who's sitting beside you in spirit, she's saying the same thing. She goes, have you had enough? Have you had enough of people tearing you down? It's time for you to rise. She said she's watching over you. She can only kick you in the ass so much to get you moving. So just, step into your full power. You also have a connection to Mother Mary and Magdalene. Both of them are standing either side of you to hold you up as a pillar of strength. So it's allowing yourself to recognize that these people are all there to support you and guide you and help you to rise to see your true self. So I'm just going to put this necklace around your neck. You'll see how fast it will repel. Anybody who's not for your highest and who plans to hurt you, they won't be allowed to come into your life anymore. So they'll start to come in and they'll automatically turn around and leave. I'm just going to remove all the negative emotions that you've been holding of everybody else's stuff. And then you'll feel nice and light. There you go.
No, number one, Carrie, you need to have faith. Paige, I'm sorry, dear. It's not coming up on my PayPal, so I don't know what's going on. Maybe you requested it. Anyways, I can't hold on to 5 things at once while I'm reading. Okay, anyways, so the thing is trying to figure out 5 things at once. So number one, you got to have faith in this process. I'm seeing you more move into your sensuality. I want to use, I'm not on TikTok, moving more into your sexuality with yourself, moving more into that divine flow with the feminine energy within you, which is going to lead into a conscious awakening. That's why they want me to call him Ashtar, which is Pandora's gift. You don't know what you're really bestowed with yet, but you're going to see it pretty soon. They're saying understanding the full complexities of who you are as a multidimensional being that can move in between the dark and the light, as well as the cosmos and the upper realms. What's up, Matthew? But what most importantly, this is kind of piggybacking, but it's just the car. It's releasing alliances. It's releasing anything that no longer serves you, and not letting people. They want me to cuss. Not letting people fucking feed on you. This shit's getting old. They're saying it's time to let them go. Too many of these people are courting you, which she gave you the necklace, which will repel these people. But the thing is there comes a point where we're at a point of giving and a point of receiving. And we have to understand what we're worth and what our wisdom is worth to other people and what our energy is worth to other people. I'm going to call in some Syrians, but most importantly, they keep repeating Ashtar. So Ashtar is the leader of the Galactic Federation of Light. Let me bring him in. Carrie, you're going to feel this. Right hand shoulder. You'll feel heat on your shoulder blade now. Bring in Ganesh. And let's give you a protector. Shiva. Now. They're saying, don't worry, you have this in hand. It may not seem like all the pieces are together because I'm seeing a puzzle board and all the pieces are, some of them are scattered, some of them are connected. But at the same time, understand that this is a process you have to go through to move to the next level. They're saying there comes a point where you will have to be seen, but that will come with time. They're literally flipping open like 16 Akashic Records book at me at once. Give me a second with this. That's too much, guys. Merlin, can you stop that shit? Thank you. Okay. Give me one. Thank you. Okay. So it's in gold leaf. There's what is this? This is going back to Lemuria, they're saying. Past lifetime, past lifetime, past lifetime. Royal court of Lemuria that's somehow connected with the Andromedans as well as, so when the other species, she's somehow connected with the Sheri. When the other species came down and they started working on humans to upgrade their DNA, I feel like you had some part of this process as another being. And so what they essentially did is modified the Anunnaki, the Palladians, all these different species. There's too many to name. They tinkered with the DNA to make us who we are. They're saying you're going to remember this in time, and it's going to, especially with Ashtar there, because Ashtar's I see him behind you. He's imparting codes to bring in this knowledge back to you. But they're saying go slow with this. Go slow with this. This is not a process. They're saying it's not a marathon that needs to be run. It's literally going to happen step by step by step by step by step. Anything to add to that, Sheri?
Yeah, I'm going to upgrade her DNA to 24 strands.
And I'll help.
So now it just looks like a glitter bomb threw up inside of you. It's awesome.
Yes. Yes, we've got more and more people coming. So I've got more people coming in. Let me just let off a fucking divine bomb. Okay. Anyways, next up we have Paige Richmond. Yes, you did donate twice. I will refund one of those after I get done. Next up we have Paige Richmond. I would like you to go first with Paige. I've read for her many times.
Yeah. So I feel like you are connected. I feel like you do get a little bit scattered. What I'm seeing is you're going to start to work with this one. Well, she just came in with like 4 other people. It was just her. So I feel like it's a team of people. It does feel like goddess energy, but they're not. It's like they're goddesses in waiting, so princesses. But I feel like they have a lot of wisdom and knowledge that you're still looking for. It looks like it completes you. This isn't the first time you've worked with them. Actually, you can message me later if you want. My girlfriend and you and her are going to create something because I see her as Athena. She is Athena in this life. So I feel like you guys are going to work together because she brings in that component of the goddesses that you're not ready to receive inward this way. And once it all comes in, it's like the story of your life comes together. There's things I've never told you about any of your lifetimes here. And that's because it's under lock and key. You have to find parts of your story that connect to who you are. One of it has to do with crystals. So I feel like you have some. I almost want to say get like a Super 7 and literally meditate with it. Sit it on your third eye, lay down and meditate. The Super 7 is going to activate the inner knowing and the wisdom through the third eye portal that's here for you. Not everybody has it the same way as you, but this opens up, you know about it. So the holes of Amenti, go there in your meditation and ask them to open up this goddess energy that allows you to see and sense and know everything of goddesses, being the outsider. So you're looking at it from outward inward. I can take this all the way back to Atlantis. I can take it even back before that. It's the same thing. You just need to learn how to get in there and access it. I can't do it for you. I can see every component of it, but it's like, I can go, I can look at it, I can observe it, I can play with your energy, but I can't do it for you. There is components because you're afraid. There's components that you're afraid to learn for yourself and about yourself because it sets you apart from everybody else. And I just want to tell you that stop worrying about what everybody else is going to think and just fucking do it. I got to tell you, I'm Archangel Seraphina, and not a lot of people know that, but it has been one of the biggest blessings of my life because I always wondered why they chose me. And honey, they chose you for a freaking reason. So start tapping into it and go get it because it is profound. And the healing gifts that come with it, for you to do one-touch healing on other people, you'd be surprised how fast people will be healed by you because you already possess all of this stuff. So stop being afraid to go get this stuff. Just get it and learn it and sit with it and just activate everything because you got it in you. And the goddesses who are sitting around you ready to help you, they're not going anywhere. So it's up to you. You got to decide.
What I'm sensing is a wall. I can't really get through it either. Of energy.
She's scared.
Yeah, she's scared. But I think I can tinker with the wall a little bit. I can't break it down, dear. I can tinker with it.
Let me do a spell. Let me see if we can move it.
I'm just gonna call in some backup. Odin, Thor, and
I'll use my portal key. It'll open it up. It's gone.
Okay. So the card is going beyond normal. Don't let the past conditioning of your life and what everyone else has told you. They're saying be rebellious like me. As I'm hitting myself in the head over and over again. Don't be rebellious like me because I don't give a fuck what people think about me most of the time. Because it's just there's a freedom in this page. There's a freedom in not giving a shit. Even though sometimes I do, but most of the time I don't. And it just is what it is. So they're saying moving into that is going to literally change your entire perspective of what reality really is. And they're saying it's not a war. Stop fighting the war within yourself. Just lay down your weapons and move forward. This is not as complicated as you think. Dear God, how many angels I got around me now? Okay, so anyways, and there we go. I'm used to that, but there's more than normal. There's more than like 1,000 in here. Okay, anyways, and go. Thank you. And clear. Thank you. Whew. Okay, guys, we still have openings. I'm just going to press this again. It is $35 readings and healings. The next one up is, and Paige, I will refund you the 3 times you sent money. The 2 of them. Kimberly Billingsley is next. I'm just going to have you lead the dance, dear. Go ahead.
I feel like every time you make progress, you're sent backwards a little bit. It also feels like you're still trying to juggle what direction you want to go in. I'm just getting a big sense of knowing that there's something within. So there's something that has to do with constellations with you and the energy that it brings down towards the physical body. So you can start tapping in and playing with it. So all the constellations do something different within the body structure. And by you tapping into that, you'll start to understand where certain things line up in your body system and where things don't. So when there's a block, you won't be able to feel that, let's say, Scorpion energy. So you'll be able to feel that Scorpio energy inside your body system, but you'll be able to feel like the Cancer energy busting through the barriers and the blocks that you hold. they're showing me understanding and learning the components of the constellations, as opposed to doing like the reading of the birth charts. It's not the reading of the birth charts, but just start tapping in. Even Colin Galileo, he is fantastic with the stars. Bring in that knowledge and the wisdom to be able to show you and help you guide you through the body system. And then the ailments that you feel, because I feel your whole back is like under duress, being pulled backwards, but also being pushed forwards, and you're resisting. So you're working on a push-pull system in your body that you're not willing to let go of right now. And it's because you have no answers. You don't know where to find the answers when you've had it all along. You can also start, I have to watch how I say this. You can start tapping into France. There's a cathedral in France that's very well known. There's energy inside of that. So if you can travel, go travel there. Stay towards the back of the chapel for right now, and just sit there and observe, and they'll start to show you and understand what's on the ceiling. You'll start to understand what the energy is inside of you, which has to do then with the constellations as well. And then you can still bring in Galileo energy while you're sitting there. And you'll start to see how these energies shift within your body. And then they'll start to bring in other, I'll call them famous people of that era. And you'll be able to start seeing how that works with your body system. Because I feel like you've been trying to grasp at this stuff for a long time, but it's just nothing makes sense. So if you can travel, even if you can't, just ask to go sit in this cathedral in Italy. And it will make a lot of sense as soon as you go there. I've been there. You can't miss it. There's a lot of markings and stuff on the ceiling. And if you pay attention to the energy, you'll feel your body start to heal and shift as you're sitting there. So you don't have to physically get on a plane and go there. Just sit there and tap into that energy. There's also another guide that's going to come in and help you with it too. Opharina. I don't want to say it wrong. There's no R. Opharia. So she'll come and she'll take you and help you with understanding and dispersing of that energy through your body system, because you can't leave too much concentrated form in one spot, because then it'll start to hurt the body. It's almost like the frequency, right? You put too much frequency in one spot, it'll loosen and then come back and contract. So this same thing for you.
I feel like you're being blinded by the light, dear. That's what's coming through. Okay. I'm drawing two different sets of cards, which means two different pathways. One is release the dark wound and let love live. Number one. Number two, freedom from judgment and free to love. Number one. Two pathways they're saying. The second one, focus on the light, even though the light might be too bright, because obviously it is beaming in this card. Number two, most importantly, is listening for truth. I'm going to send in the dragons. Hold on. Who are they? Where are they from? Sirius B. Okay. I'm going to send in the dragons from Sirius B. No, Michael, I am not channeling you. Okay, move on. And now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And they can lead you to this cathedral if you can't get there yourself, is what my higher self is telling me. They're saying trust and ask them to lead the way. This is the key. So if you want to know anything, at any time, ask, and they will tell you what you need to know. Sometimes we don't like the answers, but they're the answers. It's just that simple. Yes. So I think that's pretty simple. What's up, Antonio? I see you on the feed. We're going to take a short break, if you don't mind, Sheri.
Go ahead.
And so we will be right back. I'm just going to mute my mic. Technical difficulties. Give me a second. Like I have 50 of these open. Thank you. We are back. Fast break. Okay. Next up, we have Beverly Farmer. And guys, we still have open slots, $35 donations. And yeah, it's linked at the bottom. It's linked in StreamYard. Our websites are linked in StreamYard. And next up, we have Beverly Farmer, who I've been reading for the past few weeks. So I'm going to have you start off with this one.
It's got a few different things showing up. I feel like you need to go on vacation is one of them. Like actually get out of your city and your town, go explore something different. The other thing that I'm seeing, sensing, it's kind of like all coming in at once, is that there's a huge upgrade coming for you. My personal opinion is go in nature, get out and get grounded. This is going to set you apart from other people around you, and it might feel like you're losing everybody before you gain anything back. It might feel lonely for a couple weeks, but know that it is for the highest. And you don't have to get rid of anybody, but it might feel like people are turning around and walking away from you. It's okay. It's okay to have that. Just know that your strength will carry you through when you come back. But I almost feel like you need this time to like go within. You need this time to center yourself, to get to know yourself on a different level. We're not the same people we were 2 years ago. Nobody is. We can pretend all we want, but now is our time to rise and shine. Right? That grand rising is true in so many in sense of the word. We've also got a big shift coming into the crystalline body, which I feel like you've already started that process. When I tap into your cell structure, it already looks like it's changing. It's not fully there yet. So I almost feel like this 2 weeks of just kind of going within and getting out into nature for you will help you shift faster. Your Kundalini looks okay, but I still feel like you're going to go through another one of those shifts. I give you about 8 months before that one comes in, but I also feel like you're going to have about 16 DNA shifts. Have fun. Because I feel like that's opening you up even more. So like things of psychic abilities are going to shift and change to a higher frequency. Your knowingness of things will be like far beyond where your friends are at. Those people that you know, in the same circle with, whatnot, it's going to change beyond that. You're also, you've got the Sirius coming in. I'd like to see you start channeling the Sirius archangels as well. They have a lot of unique gifts, and that will set you apart as well. If you're looking for something unique, tap into their energy. I use them. They do a lot of things that, you know, Archangel Michael and Gabriel don't do. So it's you setting yourself apart from everybody else and not being afraid to shine. I'm actually just going to clear out your body too. I'm going to raise you into 5 density, but you've got some shit floating around in your body structure that's trying to move its way out, but it won't go because you want to hold it. So I'm just going to upgrade that to the 5th density for you. That feels better. And I'm just going to do an adjustment on your lower back. You've got a little bit of hang-ups going in through your left kidney there, up into the spinal column. You're holding on to a little bit of anger. I'm also going to break your sternum. You look like you shield and protect this way when they want you to open up and expand this way, because you can't break out of that. You actually broke your sternum. You broke your chest bone in a past life as a little boy. The doctor didn't put you back together properly. So I'll just do it in both lifetimes. Just take a big breath. There you go. It feels better. Feels like your chest is like fully open now.
Okay, Beverly. I'm seeing Atlantis, and I'm seeing a bunch of daggers, like swords, being thrust into your chest. They want me to remove these. Hold on. Tap me into my dragon form. Shapeshift. Okay, thank you. Okay. You're going to feel this in the front of you. It's going to help with what Sheri just did. And remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Remove. Open up the energetic structure. Open up field. Thank you. Call into lidal fields of Ra. Thank you. Now. And recalibration. Okay, fine. I'll bring him in. Bring in the space cowboy. I know he's going to look like a celestial. Now, okay. And work. Angelic surgeon, step in. They're saying make sure you drink water, water, water. There's a lot of energy going on with you right now. Water, water, water. Don't be afraid, as I said earlier, because these cards are upside down, to be against the grain, as Sheri already said. Don't be afraid to be against what other people are going to think of you, because it doesn't fucking matter. Number 2, the power of attraction. So you're going to be calling in other people from other beings from other dimensions are going to start working with you. But you have to, as Sheri said, you have to get outside. You have to get into a different energetic structure. You're too locked in your house. You have to move out of this energy. It's not serving you anymore. But you have to make that choice. With all of us, we have to make that choice to move into a different structure, a different alignment with who we came here to be. We all have the freedom of choice, even though it's probably dictated anyways. But why make the process harder, I'm hearing? And there is definitely a release of emotion here. So there's definitely a release of emotion. But do this softly. Don't do this too hard with yourself. I'm hearing there's going to be a changing of the guard. I'm seeing the Magician card in Tarot, which is literally the strongest card in the deck, which means also the Hermit, which is taking the time to reevaluate the situations in your life and where you need to go. But that turns you into the Magician. But you have to be willing to move into that energy. That's what's important here. And
allow teachers to come in.
Yeah.
Allow new teachers to come in and help you too. Anybody who wants to mentor you, let them.
There. Okay. Whew. Okay. Guys, we still have openings. $35. It's linked everywhere. So, and next up we have Ada Kelly.
You haven't tapped into even half of what you got coming in. You're going to be able to work intergalactic. So I'm just going to bring down the Galactic Council. I'm just getting, you need to get yourself prepared with meditation to go up to see the Galactic Council. You can see Ashtar if you want to. He'll take you right there. It's almost like you're going to get the invite with the seal. Just don't say no. I feel like it's going to be an opportunity for you to show yourself what you can actually remember. I feel like you've been waiting for a while for that to come in. You also got some other beings. Like I can see you channeling the other beings, but so some people might not like what I'm going to say, but I don't care. It's like you're going to be able to debunk people when they say, "Oh, you're possessed by this." It is bullshit. So they're going to show you how to debunk it to other people. And this is where our truth stands and where our truths lie. Again, you can go to your halls of Amenti if you really want to. There's stuff in there for you to tap in and read and understand. There's also another place that you can go. It's a sacred brook. Afalisi. And I'm just going to show you what I see. But it's like a mountain. At the base of the mountain is a stream. And it looks like there's this old wishing well. You can go in there and go into the wishing well. And it'll take you right to where you need to go. And it shows you all the keys and all the passageways to all your, all the things you don't remember. Once you get in there, then you can just bring the information back to the council and they'll show you what to do with it. Just take it from the wishing well and bring it back up to them, and they'll show you. They'll run you through school, Octarian school. Just allow them to take you there. Allow them to let you open up that knowledge and wisdom for yourself, because you'll be able to tap into gifts that not a lot of people have. It's kind of like I have a dragon fire modality. Nobody on the planet knows how to do it. Right? I'm the only one. They had to give me special guides just to be able to. Yours is going to be the same thing. Nobody knows how to do it. There's only it's just you. So by letting them show you and teach you how to do it, you become somebody of like special abilities. So let yourself be the chosen one for that thing, because with that comes great responsibility. And with that responsibility becomes knowledge and power that you get to share it with everybody else. And if you put it out the right way, yes, money right now is a thing. You know, we do an exchange of energy. That leads you into the next status form where you've wanted to go for a really long time. It's there waiting for you. It's just you have to want to go do the work to get it. They're just saying, like, if you sit in meditation for 10, 15 minutes, that's not enough, right? So it's create more discipline for yourself to get yourself on the right track to be able to go explore these things. You know, I can sit here and see all of Atlantis sitting to my side while I'm working with a client. You're not to that point yet, right? Where you can sit there and explore this as you're having a conversation. So they're saying get yourself into a good meditation, 45 minutes to an hour, if not more, and start going through these avenues to get yourself the information you need to start moving this energy forward for yourself and tap into the wealth and prosperity that comes with it.
Okay.
You got cool codes too. I can see the codes floating around your head because it's like you're ready, but it's like you got to do the work.
Give me a second. Okay. They're talking about the scarab beetle. Number one. So I want you to look. It's in your throat chakra. There's a bunch of codes that are in your throat chakra that are coming into, which will be birthed into this, into your third eye. Essentially what Sheri already said. With new birth, guard diligently. As with me, exploring different magic modalities and other things, this is what my guides have led me to. And you will be led to other things as well, as I'm just going back on what Sheri said. So you have to understand that people are not going to understand what you're going to bring into the human collective. But there has to be a changing of the guard every time there's a new shift in energy. Such as when Jesus came in, or Buddha, or Muhammad, or Ganesh. They're just going to keep going with that one. But there has to be a changing of the guard of how people see spirituality. This whole light and dark shit where everything's divided is bullshit in a lot of ways. They get it up there, they're saying, but we don't seem to get it down here, and that shit's got to stop. But as she already said, you have to fucking meditate. They want me to be ruthless. I'm sorry. You have to meditate. They're saying no more excuses. There's so many excuses. We can sit on these excuses our entire life. And I love it when I feel like I'm reading for myself. And we can sit on these fucking excuses forever. But at a certain point, we have to be willing to dive off the fucking cliff and see where we go. Because we won't learn anything if we don't move out of our comfort zone. Very harsh, I'm sorry. But it's true for everyone on the feed, they're saying. It's diving for light. It's just diving for light. They're saying, remember when you were an aquatic being? I don't even know what fucking planet this is. It's way out there. There's too many planets to map. But anyways, Sheri gets my point. Anyways, and you get my point too, Ada, they're saying. So, it's time to move forward. I don't know if this is the right advice to give you. It might not be a bad idea. Guides, I swear to God. Okay. To smoke some herbs, they're saying. It might get you out of your head. And on
I heard ayahuasca.
Well, even ayahuasca may not be a bad idea, but I hate recommending ayahuasca to people because I never know where the fuck they're going to go. What's up, Nathaniel? You probably need to donate, brother, my guides are saying, but that's up to you, man. Next up, we still have openings. $35. What's up, Evan? And next up is Gail Voigt.
So the first thing that showed up for me is you were actually a knight with King Henry VIII. It's not your only lifetime, though. As a soldier, there's part of you that's always on a power trip of trying to find that leadership role. And I don't mean it to be rude when I say power trip. It's kind of like you feel like you have to be the warrior, the protector, all these things. So you were part of like the Knights of the Round Table. There's certain aspects of that lifetime that haven't left you here. But there's a lot of part of you that feels like you always have the shield and the sword. And that's to protect the honor of women, and that will never change. So if you've ever like been rude or something to a woman, usually it'll eat at you. This is why, is because you're meant to protect them. You actually know my daughter, so I have to be careful what I say in certain aspects of that because she's still very young. So know that that honor that was bestowed upon you all that long ago is there for a reason. It's not going away anytime soon, and you'll come back with it as well. It's almost like they're showing me you shed blood for it. When they show me the Knights of the Round Table in the room with the fireplace, and I mean, you can tap into that 'cause it's not hard to see it. They're showing when you sliced your hand and gave your blood, that oath is forever. There is no, and they keep showing me the infinity symbol that runs over your heart because it is forever. You can't take it back or renege it. So it's learning to understand who you are with it. I just keep hearing chivalry. Chivalry is not dead, but it's how do you adapt into that role? It's a sacred role, but they're also showing me there's something that has to do with Guinevere, Lady Guinevere. So I almost want to say that you had an affair with her as well when she was deciding who she wanted to be with. She was very deceptive in her actions. So I feel like part of you, because you were involved in that, there's part of you that doesn't know how to trust certain women, married or not. So I can go back to like your teenage years, same thing. It's like, do I trust you or do I trust you? So for you, it's like wearing the heart on the sleeve. So that's pretty cool. But there's 2 lifetimes there. One not so much, but that one definitely. Very interesting.
Why am I seeing the sacrificial lamb? Give me a second.
That's the blood.
Yeah.
They're showing it to me in the hand. He'll never get rid of it. It's not bad.
Yeah, they're saying don't even touch it. Okay. Moving on. Okay, so number 2.
I personally would look like it like an honor because I've been there to exactly what I'm seeing. I've been there and my daughter is there and it's an honor. There's no bad to it. It's an absolute honor to be able to stand in there and protect the way that they do. That's their oath, right? And it's kind of like, it's like the vow you take when you get married, right? That vow is a covenant, right? So the shedding of the blood, the sacrificial lamb, whatever you want to call it, it's all the same thing. Look at it as an honor. It's bestowed upon you.
Hold on. Carol, you're going to have to give me a second here. I think we already did Carol, didn't we? I'm not even sure. We're moving very fast. Okay, hold on. Okay. They said just come in with energy. Fuck reading. Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm coming in with energy. Tap me into the Fae. This has something to do with that lifetime. Okay. I need DNA strand gnomes now. Shift me out of my dragon form back into my angelic form. Thank you. And move into the right upper quadrant of the heart chakra. Open, release, recalibrate, light. Bring me into the left quadricep. And open chakra, recalibrate, light, remove arrow, and recalibrate, light. Bring me into right thigh, open, release, chakra, and recalibration, light. And tap me into the Olympian gods in the halls of Valhalla. Thank you. And pathway. You can travel here, they're saying, Gil. You can travel into the halls of Valhalla. You just have to. I'm giving you the frequency now. They're saying, see yourself in the golden light. I'm giving you a direct route. We are giving you a direct route. Okay. Ooh, shit. Okay. Hold on, Carol. Let me check now. Let me check. This thing is loading. Yeah, Carol Jacobs. Did we do Carol? I don't even know. We're moving so fast. Do you know? Okay, we do Carol again. Carol, I think we already did you, but I'm pretty sure we did. Just
See where
going
she
down.
falls on your PayPal.
She fell after Carrie. So I'm not sure. Hello, Claudia. Do it again, they say. Do it again. Go ahead. I'm not sure.
So I have a father figure who just showed up. So he's taking me back in your generational line. There was a murder that took place 1768. He's like, sorry, I killed you. I feel like he's funny. But I also feel like he's caused a lot of drama in your life, whether you know it or not, from his own doings. He says, I'm sorry, wasn't planned. But he's like, I let everything get the best of me. He's like, don't let that happen to you. So I feel like you do that a little bit. You let things get to you and it just pisses you off or it just annoys the shit out of you. And I'm just hearing like, let that go. Those are things you can't take with you anymore. I'm also hearing there's lessons you're going to bring forward in the next 2 months, 2 to 4 months, because I feel like you're stubborn a little bit. I'm hearing very, very clearly, if you let these lessons go really quickly, understand them, bring them in, become aware of them, and then move the energy out of them, the next steps will be much more enjoyable, as opposed to keep reliving these patterns that you don't want to let go of. One of them is hurt from a female. So it looks like a girl. I'll describe her to you. You already know who she is. She's got like strawberry blonde hair. It looks like it's just mid past shoulder. It looks like you knew her back like high school, college, more towards like the first year of college age would be. It looks like she's got a little bit of freckles on the nose, glasses, but doesn't wear them all the time. Dresses very like plain Jane. I almost feel like she has a pair of plain Jane shoes. But I feel like she hurt you and then you stop talking to her. And I feel like she wants to make this reappearance. Can you forgive her? You know, and for you, that journey of forgiveness comes in with your father as well. He's like, you got to forgive me too, if you're going to forgive her. So there's an aspect of this that you're reliving these stories that come in and out of your life, and it's okay to let them go. It's okay not to give it things. It's okay not to label it. It's okay to just allow them to take that journey, but you have to forgive your side of whatever transpired. Your dad's like, I'm working on it. So he's working on his own side, but you got to work on your own. It's going to help you accelerate further ahead. There's something about water for you. Next time you go to the beach or a swimming pool, do your own baptism. Bring in John the Baptist if you really want to. Ironically, he does great at that. Saint Germain will baptize you if you want to. Bring that water element in for you, that rebirth. Ask that the waters be purified with Sirius energy. And then you'll help tap into your body structure of those lifetimes from there. And they'll bring it in through the water for you to bring it back to wholeness and oneness for yourself. With that comes extra upgrades, DNA for sure, but also being able to tap into your guides in a different way. It brings in different abilities. It brings in a different knowingness and awareness. Even if you've never dealt with this stuff before, still bring it in. right? Because we can tap into anybody's gifts. Like when he does his stuff, I can see it all, right? So there's aspects I can go and use. Whereas my girlfriend's from, Salem, and she's got really cool energy. She uses with quantum energy, and I can play with it all I want to and use it. So we can adapt into those things that we know nothing about and create them as something of our own. So I feel like you're going to bring this stuff in just to show yourself that you can work with this energy and all the cool stuff it does. I also feel like you need to go on a vacation.
Yeah, I'll second that.
They show me you on a plane. Get on a plane and go somewhere. And I just got, for anyone who's afraid to fly because of the passports and all this shit, when you get to the airport, it doesn't matter. They don't even ask. So Stop buying into that narrative. Let that narrative go.
So by doing that, by taking the vacation, as basically everyone needs to do on some level, they need to get the fuck out of distraction. I'm hearing, it's not good for you. Anubis wants me to mention his name, so says Anubis. Anyways, moving on. So inspiration will occur. Understanding inspiration. Understanding what you want to do next. Understanding the energies you wish to tap into, the abilities you wish to co-create into this reality, and they're saying, get the fuck out of your own way. Sheri, on TikTok, I can be so controversial, but I can't do it on Facebook. Anyways, so I might get my profile kicked off. Okay, anyways, but yeah, that's how I would say it. And it's also, you have to stop looking yourself at being hunted. I'm getting the owl totem over and over again. So you need to look at what that means. The owl does not literally give a shit what he does. He takes the mouse and he fucking eats it, is what I'm being told to tell you. It's being the hunter and not the hunted, and further developing into that energy, which leaves you to fucking freedom.
Yeah, maybe change your perspective of how you view things too, right? The owl can see things 365 degrees. So change your perspective, open up your sight.
Yes. And it's as simple as that, they're saying. They're saying, look at this woman. She's free. Gorgeous. She's free. She doesn't care anymore. Okay.
Carol just asked, is this like lifetime debt? Yeah, this lifetime.
Yeah. Yes. So next up we have Nathaniel Halton. And guys, we still have availability open. If you guys would like to donate, it is $35. So go ahead.
Okay, so like, not to bring in worry, but I feel like you got to watch your heart. You got to watch your lungs as well. They feel very, very tight, very constricted. I'll do some healing work, but it looks like your upper right ventricle is tight, and so is your bottom right. So the two interior, top and bottom, are very, very tight in your chest. When you breathe, it's like you breathe in fight or flight. So it's like you're always waiting for something to happen. The other shoe to drop or walk on eggshells. I almost want to say your job creates some of this as well, where it's like this fight or flight constant, like I can't breathe. It feels like someone's sitting on your chest all the time. This isn't the first lifetime. I'll just give you a little heads up, like 2 lifetimes you died of a heart attack. So it's about understanding how your body operates with stress. You carry a lot of stress on the back of your neck and your shoulders because you're carrying the weight of everything. So you've got to become a little bit aware of this, right? Yes, you're superhuman, but you're still human. You're having an experience. So learn to understand what your body's telling you in certain situations and circumstances so that it doesn't lead you to trouble. They also want me to clean out your blood. There's something going on in your bloodstream. First of all, you don't have enough blood in your body to carry the circulatory system around. The second part of that is it looks like you've got contaminants, a little bit of contaminants in your bloodstream, so that it creates it so it's too thick, right? So we need to create it so that it opens up a little bit. They're also showing me a grandfather figure, And somebody who is in the war is behind you. He had the same thing as you. So there is part of this that is skipping generationally down your family line, whether they want to admit it or not. They're also showing me like, I don't know what kind of gun it is, but it looks like it's British. It's maybe like this long, and it's showing me a rounded ivory handle, and it's kind of, I don't think a musket is the right thing, but that's what I'm hearing is musket. It's just a little short little gun, and that's what was used to kill you in a past life as well. So you still have fragments of these bullets stuck in your heart space. So I'm going to clear all that out. I'm just hearing, watch, don't get angry. Don't get angry and create this turning red. Change your breathing pattern. Which is interesting because your hands go numb. You've got a little bit of a numbness that happens in the palm of your hands out to your fingertips. That all has to do with that circulatory system. You don't have, your blood is too thick. It doesn't carry the blood. So I'm just going to drain all the blood from your body. So just breathe. So I'm just going to put it back in. And then just stand up. I'm just going to kick. There you go. You can feel it shift already. You just kick to start that circulatory system. So your valves are all cleared out and the lungs are all nice, full capacity. I'm just going to heal these two gentlemen that came forward with the same thing so that we stop it it stops at you. It doesn't go any further. They just said thank you.
Okay, Nathaniel. I'm seeing the burden of weights all over you, but the representational of people. It's saying you don't have to take everyone's weight on. Okay, also, it wouldn't be a bad idea for you to go to the Akashic Records and talk to Edgar Casey, they're saying. There's some kind of connection with him in a past lifetime. Casey's lifetime, they're being more specific. I'm not sure what this is. They're talking about Gladys, the person who wrote for him. But whatever, maybe somehow you have some kind of connection with her. But they're saying it wouldn't be a bad idea for you to actually go into the Akash and speak with Edgar Casey about what you can do to further let go of these weights, of these energies that are holding you down. I feel like all these people are literally grabbing onto you and pulling. But you don't need that shit, they're saying. Yes, you have to provide, but you don't have to be the sole person which everyone latches on to. I don't like this. Okay, thank you. Cut cords for his highest good by divine love, divine will, and divine law. Invoke universal laws dictated by his higher self and his master guide. Also, flip his guides out. Release the ones that don't need to be there and bring in new ones. And recalibrate. Some of those cords are still going to be there. The ones that need to be there, I'm hearing. I sense like 100. They got rid of a lot of them. Confirmation. And yeah. Just saying, what is it you want, Nathan? What is it you want? The perfection of your life. What is it that you want? What is it you want? You have to, as we said with other people, you're going to literally have to stop for a second and meditate and listen. Actually, I say meditation is great, but I'm saying you're going to have to pray for what you want. I'm going to recommend something that's crazy for most of you people, is actually take a day by yourself, turn the lights off in a room, and just pray. You're going to get answers to questions that you didn't even know you had. And that's going to bring in a much clearer picture of what's you want to happen in your life and what's going on around you. And will further connect you in with the different energies of other planets and dragons and all that other great stuff. But this is more about you. Stop looking outward and start looking inward, which would do that very process. So what I'm seeing is a cave. There's crazy people that do this shit, but it does work. They sit in caves for 7 fucking days by themselves with no sensory perception except like fire to cook their food. So essentially you're doing the same thing, but you're only doing it in a day. You probably go a little crazy, but maybe you need to go a little crazy, they're saying, to actually get to the next level.
I'm also hearing you need to go read the Book of the Dead.
Not a bad idea.
There's things, in there.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
Take a break because you can't keep up on this pace, they're saying. You can't keep up on this pace. You can't do it. You think you can do it.
I feel like the answers he seeks, he's never received. Because it's bigger and higher than what he'll allow.
Yeah. But it's there.
All I see is him and then dead people like grasping at him, trying to pull him under.
Yeah.
So take that moment to release yourself. You can disconnect the cords from everybody. So those 100 cords you have, disconnect them. You don't need any of them. Set yourself free.
I'm asking because this is a little controversial. I haven't done this before. Okay. Yeah. The ones that are grasping at his feet, this feels like lower realm energy that's trying to pull him under. And they say, you know what you're doing, so protect yourself, dear. And bringing Excalibur, my sword, and cut. Anubis, step in. You like the dead. And do what you do with them. Get rid of them. Assholes, get rid of them. Now, thank you, Anubis. He's working on it. Okay. And I need to do something else. Recalibrate underneath his feet now and root chakra. Put my sword back. Damn. Okay. I don't usually pull that unless I have to.
Don't forget that you are a child of the light. Don't forget that you already know the truth.
Yeah.
Don't forget that you've done this before. Your path is set before you. You've never failed before. Don't think you're going to fail now. We're all here surrounding you. We're all here lighting the path for you to find the way home. Your gifts are here. Embrace them and tap into them and share them. But never forget who you are and where you came from. You are the conscious light, all of you. You're here to set and show that you are the light and that everyone can excel past what this earth has shown you. You all forget to come from a space of love. You all think with your heads. That's not where it comes from. Bring yourselves back to unconditional love and you'll be guided and shown what the next step is. Keep love in your heart and keep helping one another to see that the next step is already here.
Okay. Whew. Okay, Jeanette, if you're jumping on this bandwagon, you better do it because we are almost done. Just letting you know. So, oh, we have another person. So, Jeanette, if you want to come in. Next, we have Kathleen McCartney.
There's a component of music that you need to add. I see with the singing bowls. I feel like you were a monk in a past life. I see with these singing bowls, and then I see with the metal ones. I actually have a metal bowl. It brings recalibration to your body, and you can recalibrate everybody else's body with them. I feel like money is an issue right now for you as well. So ask the universe to align the money so that you can buy the bowl. It's actually really important for you. I also feel like you're going to be able to do sound frequency healing in a different way. Like I know certain people who do frequency healing. I do mine very differently than they do, but it's understanding the components of the body. Start with the 4 hearts, and then you'll be able to work your way up into different body systems. But just take it slow because it's going to feel overwhelming at first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so over the next course of a year, you're going to get guides, and they come in on a like a zigzag level. And I get it because I'm watching them do it. But it's like you'll start here with one guide, and it'll overlap to this guide, which will overlap to this guide. And every single one of them brings something different to the piece of the puzzle that allows you to do the frequency healing on other people. Let them bring it in. Just be very open to receiving what that is. If at any point you get stuck or frustrated, come back to center. So that means like meditation and grounding and yoga. Just keep everything in this nice, firm alignment. There's also some stuff that's going on in your gut that feels like you want to vomit right now. So getting your diet under wraps, and not under wraps, but like in alignment with what it is you do. Get that diet just a little bit tightened up more. Get some greens and spinach in there, and then that gut stuff will balance itself out. There's also some stuff that's going on in the lower left quadrant. So I want to say like intestines and bowel that don't align with your stomach at all. So get some good probiotics in you. Don't buy cheap crap. That's what they're saying. It doesn't jive well in your body system. And they're also saying you need to go off cheese for the next 2 weeks. So 0 cheese for 2 weeks. Let your body harmonize itself back to normal. Cheese doesn't agree with your gut at all. Like I feel like I need to throw up like cottage cheese right now, and I don't even eat it. So really watch what you're putting in your body system. They're also saying watch the energy around a male who's your friend. Not romantic partner, but a friend. He's annoying. Just tell him to take a hike for 2 weeks too while you process out the cheese. Because he just aggravates the shit out of you. Just let him go to the wayside for a couple of weeks and then bring him back. He'll be okay after that. You guys need a break from each other. You guys, it's like you guys do this bicker cat and mouse shit back and forth, and they're saying you got to cut that stuff out of your diet. I got to go and do the work on your gut. So my goodness, it feels so horrible in there. You actually have a kink in your intestine. This is why it doesn't process out. It goes over to the one side. It gets stuck up against the bowels. There you go. Just let go. I'm just going to clean out your bowel too. So you might have to go to the washroom. Most likely you will. There you go. Feels good. No cheese.
I don't need these cards. Okay. Have faith in the process, number one. That's all. Only reading I have to do. I have to do something else. I need an Arcturian healing chamber. I need the Arcturians. You're going to feel this. Tap me into the Arcturians. Arcturius. I need the exact location. Thank you, Kathleen. And say yes in your head, Kathleen. And put a chamber around her. Add a little bit more. Call in the technicians, the medical specialists from Elderon. Bring them in. Stop bickering with each other and just fucking work with each other now. Thank you. I know you're from 2 different universes. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Merlin, step in. You can handle this. And there we go. Astra. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Green dragon energy. Hold her in there. Thank you. 1 minute. It's a lot of energy. Okay, Astar, take care of that healing chamber. And you can remove it when you're ready. Her higher self. Call in her guides. They can remove it as well. Palladiums. Thank you. And yes, remove. Okay. Recalibrate light, sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, crown, root, upper chakras, activate, source connection, move into heart chakra, move into root chakra, move into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, connect into the center of the earth, connect, ground, and bring back up to heart chakra, open, activate upper heart chakra, activate lower heart chakra, and bring online. Remove debris. Light. Golden ray, purple ray, diamond ray, rainbow rays. Fuck that. Now. Okay, there you go. Hot shit. Okay, I think we're complete. Anything to add, dear?
I feel like you're gonna get your book from Archangel Michael. Just write down this page number 237. Just go read what it says about rainbow light, because I feel like you already know how to use it. It's going to come in strong, but they're just giving you a heads up. Like, go read about it so that you kind of understand part of your abilities. I don't feel like you've never had to do so much work on yourself before as you do now to find things out. You just ask for it to come in the easiest way possible. And I feel like you'll understand it once it comes in. We can only tell you so much, right? You have to go experience it and practice it and bring it in. That's how you become really good at what you do, right? I practiced for 3 years on quantum healing to become like the world's best psychic surgeon. So, you can tap into anything to become whatever it is you want. So don't ever forget that.
Okay. Was that to me or her? I'm not sure.
Her.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not your book. But thank you for letting me come in and do this with you. It's been so much fun. And thank you guys, everybody, for coming in and supporting us to do this for you guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's so much fun.
Yeah, so when I end the broadcast, you're not going to be kicked out, dear. Anyways, so if you guys would like to make an appointment with Sheri, she is at, I'll let her give the website.
www.sheri-collins.com.
And you guys like to make an appointment with me, ThomasSawyer.com. Pretty simple. So thank you, Sheri, so much for being here. This is truly beautiful.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to talk to you real quick once we get off this broadcast. But thank you, everyone, for being here. We will talk to you soon. We'll be back again.